God damn, I'm a monster. Hey, I'm Chris. You can call me Boingo, and Kamen Rider X8 is about to end, but I have not been caught up. But I have been watching the trailer for Build, and I'm excited for it. So I thought I'd kind of give some general thoughts, things in a ramble, non-scripty format. I guess that's what people do, right? That's what people do when they want to make videos. They just do things. All right, let's do it. Uh, so it looks like the power set's going to be kind of similar to Double, and a lot of people have been pointing it out, and I'm not sure if they are complaining or if they're just, again, pointing it out. But I'm excited for that because Double was very, very early on in the gimmick era. The gimmick era. So seeing them try to tackle the same kind of power set is it's exciting because now they know what they can and can't do, and kind of the places that they can kind of they can fill. Excuse me. God, I am a horrible being. Um, it was, and they can experiment more with what they can and can't do with that basic limitation. It's interesting. I can't wait. I'm really excited to see what they come up with. Um, so he's based off a bunny, I think. Which does that make him the second mammalian Kamen Rider? Because Kiva was technically based off of a bat and a vampire, but a bat as well. So is he the second mammalian? Because now we have however many insects and three lizards. So another mammal. I love the sassy hip swing whenever he does the henshin pose, because it just makes it gives you the feeling that he is kind of a little wacky character. He has a very distinct confidence. It's very interesting. The turning thing, the belt, the turning of the belt. It's the activation gimmick of the belt, but I'm just trying to figure out if they just went, oh yeah, just turn the little handle and it'd be cool, or if there is a more symbolic meaning in that, like turning a generator. It seems like it'd be a reference to a generator due to the variety of other themes and elements that they showed, but I'm not sure. This is just me going like, that seems like too specific of a detail for them to just kind of go like, yeah, that looks cool. Uh, it looks definitely inspired by model kits, which is really interesting, especially when you realize that a major financial backer for Kamen Rider is Bandai. I need to breathe more when I make these kind of things. Uh, um, and Bandai is very well known for their model kits for Gundam specifically. And I wonder if that was just the creators going like, oh, I know it'd be cool model kits, or if Bandai kind of went like, hey, you know what market we really want Kamen Rider to do better in? Model kits. And so the and so the writers went, all right, let's. Oh God, I'm a monster. I am extremely sorry. I am burping like a madman, and it's rude of me. It's very rude of me. Where was I? Yeah, Bandai was saying like if it was Bandai saying, "Hey, make a Kamen Rider with model kits," or if the writers were kind of going like, "You know what, model kits would look cool." It's a neat motif. It's not a motif you've seen, but we've seen a lot of before, because I think we've seen the sidekicks from Wizard have some kind of gunpla model kitty stuff, but it was like it was minimal and it wasn't very interesting. It was there. That's the best I can say about it. Oh, and more on the model kit thing. The little gimmicks, the things that he puts in the belt, they were okay. They remind me of paint cans, like little paint jars that you would get for model kits, and you shake them up to get the pigment throughout the whole thing. I'm pretty sure that that's what they're kind of going for, and if so, that makes me excited just because they're really going full swing with that kind of motif, which just makes me go like, ooh, they're planning. Um, So that box that they showed off a good bit, they said it was Pandora's box, and everybody knows the literary allusions of Pandora's box. If you don't, it's an ancient Greek myth. A woman named Pandora was told, "Don't open this box." She opened the box, and basically every sickness, every illness, every disease, every war, everything bad escaped, except one thing, and that was hope. So I'm wondering if this box is just supposed to be like Pandora's box, or if it is going to behave more like the monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey, because I think that'd be interesting, especially with some of the other themes that they're kind of showing with the character. That being that he is a physicist. They said a physicist, and here's the thing though: everything he does looks more like he's an engineer and not a scientist, which I'm just going like, okay, why don't you just say engineer? Is it just because that doesn't sound cool? Physicist, that sounds cool. Engineer, I mean, Bill Nye doesn't even call himself an engineer, and that's what his degree's in. He's a science guy. So who knows there? I'm interested to see more of the character. He feels very. What's the best way to describe it? He feels like how they would set up an old school shonen not shonen, old school Showa character. Like, okay, think about Takeshi Hongo. He was a student working on his doctorate, a martial artist, I think, and a motorcycle racer. A well accomplished motorcycle racer. What's a racer? A motorcycle racer. Like, he was very well accomplished, very well rounded kind of person, and the whole fault in his character is that he became Kamen Rider. That's the tragedy. It feels like that's where this writer's kind of coming from, and that's interesting. That's kind of cool that they're trying to bring that back. So I don't know. Like I said, I gotta catch up on Xaid, but I am excited for this. I'm going to try and keep up with this one better. Next video is probably going to come out relatively soonish. I'm writing the script. It's not going to be what will be essentially part 3 of the toy reviewer reviews. Don't want to say who it is, but I'll give you a hint. It'll once when you see the video, it'll make your head swivel. That is probably one of the most obvious hints ever, but I love it. So yeah. What else can I say? What else can I say? Should I say anything else? I don't know. I am rambling right now. So yeah. Can't wait for Kamen Rider Build. See you later. See you around. See you around.